Hey guys, this is Chris Dixon, Senior Editor with Power and Motoryacht magazine, and I'm coming to you from the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show on a windy day, so pardon the wind noise, but I'm here on the docks today with Pimm van Hemmen, who is the Executive Editor of Soundings magazine, and we're here to bring you a new boat. Pimm, you want to tell us what we got?
Yeah, so this is the Navan C30, which is the pilot house version of the Navan that Brunswick debuted in Europe in 2023,
right.
But is new to the United States. It's kind of making its debut here in the United States. The C30 is the pilot house version. Behind me is the S30, which is the center console version.
Right.
They're identical hulls. Identical bow arrangement, so like the cabin forward is exactly the same on the two boats with a head. The stern arrangement is the same with the seating. It's got twin Mercuries on the stern. You can also get it with a single 400. You can get it up to 600 horsepower total. The difference between the two obviously is right in the center of the boat because the C30 has a pilot house. So let's go aboard and take a look at that.
Yeah.
On the S30, the center seat converts and it switches fore and aft. On the C30, the galley station is on the stern, which is actually underneath the seat on the S30.
Correct.
So you got your grill here, you got your sink here, you got an ice box here or whatever you want to put in there. Going inside, the boat has unusually a port side helm and then seating inside with a table. The aft window opens so you can still converse with people sitting on the stern if you want.
You could really open it up.
You can really open it up.
You
got this sunroof that you can open up. It clicks in for safety. You can also close it to multiple positions. And it's got air conditioning, which I believe is optional, might be standard.
Yeah, I think it was optional, but it's both cabin, upper cabin and lower.
Yep, and it's 12 volt air conditioning. Sun pad up forward. This boat fills a gap for Brunswick, where it's got a twin-stepped hull, a unique hull design, which is patented.
Yep.
What do you think of this boat?
I mean, I think I would definitely put this boat to use in the low country waters where I live. I mean, this would be a great boat to take for, it's got some fishing accoutrement too, but I mean, if you wanted to make a run from Charleston down to Beaufort or to Bimini from Lauderdale on a boat like this, you can have it completely wide open, or you can close it off to the elements, which I definitely like. And I haven't driven a boat with a helm on the port side in some time, so I'm a little their point was that the joystick, if it's here, it allows you to stand amidships and joystick the boat from either side, which I can see, but you were also saying, if it was on the starboard side, you could lean right over and look exactly where you're going.
Yeah, I think American boaters are used to, steering from the starboard side. If it's not at the center, it's going to be the starboard side. You dock on the starboard side. I like the door right next to me, which it is here.
I like
it's
that
asymmetrical.
A lot too.
I like that a lot. But I would personally prefer still a starboard helm so I can dock to starboard and I can just use the joystick to get onto the dock and then reach, put the line, the dock line on at the center myself.
Yeah.
if I'm solo operating. But this is a lot like the Scandinavian boats, doesn't it feel like it?
It does, and I think that it's interesting too because this is built in Florida. So this is, to my knowledge, the first southeastern built sort of Scandinavian inspired boat.
Yeah, there might be a couple of other ones that are similar that are built in America. I'm not sure, but they built the European ones in Poland.
Right. Exactly.
So it's a truly international boat.
It is
designed in America by an American team in Everglades, Florida, by the Brunswick people.
Right.
Who were giving marching orders to come up with this boat to fill a gap in their boat lineup.
And it's interesting too because I mean, you know, this is, I mean, let's face it, this sort of genre of boat, this almost SUV, super functional,
Yep.
You know, heavy grab rails everywhere, which I really like a lot. These make a lot of sense for families, I think. And I mean, honestly, they might make a lot of sense for couples, right?
I think they make a lot of sense for couples. I mean, this is like the Scandinavian commuter type boat.
Exactly.
You can enclose it completely when the weather's foul, or you can open it up and get the fresh air. And we're in Lauderdale. It's hot, but you know the breeze is coming right through.
It's coming right through.
So
yeah.
it's and you know, like we said, it's got air conditioning.
And I have to say, I mean, you know, touches like, okay, there are grab rails, you know, everywhere on this boat. This is it looks to me like a boat that would, you know, I'm looking forward to driving one, frankly.
Me too.
It looks to me like a boat that could handle, you know, heavy conditions and you wouldn't feel unsafe on it.
Yeah,
you know?
this is the kind of boat, I live in Maine, this is the kind of boat I'd want in Maine because, you know, I'd want to extend my season from, you know, early in the spring to late in the fall and even go through the winter if you had to. I mean,
Yeah.
you could, I'm sure you could get a heater option on it if it doesn't have one already.
Yeah, I'm sure. And yeah, and they're also saying that the hull shape on this is really efficient. It has an interesting ridge line sort of at the maybe 2/3 of the way back, all the way back to the stern that they're saying helps with some of the skitteriness.
Yeah,
that
it gives
you
it the
see.
bite. It can bite in when in a turn.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The other thing I like before we stop is
Yeah.
I like that they kept the forward cabin open. They could have put
I
a
do
door
too.
there, but I couldn't care less about a door. You know, some people would say, well, I want to be able to close that off, but I think it kind of makes sense to keep it open. And it's got a decent sized head in there too.
It does, yeah. Let's see. I mean, the little marine toilet, decent marine toilet's head, privacy. It's even got a TV. It is obviously air conditioned down here. Yeah, I'm kind of digging this boat, Pimm. I think it'll be an interesting venture for Brunswick. And it's interesting that right now it's being built by Sea Ray, which is just, you know, this iconic American brand. But
Yeah, it's being
look
built
here,
alongside Sea Ray,
there's a great rail like right here. Ergonomic. You can't even see it from where you
Yeah,
are.
they
But
hit
there's
it.
a terrific grab rail.
And then, of course, you know, very importantly, you
Yep.
got your isotherm here so you can keep your drinks cool. Nice
And-
boat, and the reversible seat makes for multiple arrangements in seating arrangements. You can have two people sitting at the helm side by side.
Adjustable wheel, joystick,
Yep.
twin SIMRAD screens, manual switches where you need them. Do a quick walk out front and then
I think that'd be it.
All
I think
right.
people know what this boat's about.
it looks like there are also poles here for sunshade that is all the rage these days as well.
I was like, I get on the boat, I'm looking around.
And obviously we've got our water sports racks up here as
This is
well.
optional. The rack
Yeah.
is optional. I believe the light bar is standard.
I would sure go for the rack if I had the this boat on my mind. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. You live in Maine, go put your mountain bike on it too, right?
Nah, forget about the mountain bike. I'm done with mountain biking, but I do want the radar in Maine for the fog. So
Yeah, absolutely. So
all right, I think that's it.
yeah,
Nice boat.
cool. I like it a lot. Chris Dixon, Power Motoryacht, signing off.
Pimm from Hemmen Soundings Magazine. Check us out on Instagram and other social media.
And we'll see you guys on the water.